YTZ, Youth Time at Zion. And you may notice, for those of you who are watching, that there's something a little bit different about Pastor Ron and me and other people who are in the sanctuary this morning. We are wearing these crosses that are made from palm branches. Now, we didn't get these palm branches from outside. We ordered them to help us remember the story from today. And we're about to hear that story. It's a story about Jesus riding into Jerusalem on a donkey. And in Jesus' time, when they saw him coming into town, they were so excited that they just kind of cut off the branches of whatever happened to be close by, and it was a palm tree that they found. So the people also welcomed Jesus into Jerusalem using other things that they had. They would take off their cloaks and they would lay them on the ground, and that would help make the journey smoother. Now back then, people did not have closets full of clothes like they do today, so a person might have just had one or maybe two coats. But Jesus was so important to them that they laid down whatever they had. Now I wonder, if Jesus were coming into our town, how might we welcome him? What might we find close by to welcome him as he comes into town? So I think if Jesus were to ride down Main Street in Fredericksburg, I would probably greet him with this. Now, this comes from a tree in my front yard. It happens to be a peach tree, but don't worry, it is so big and full that this is not going to make too much of a dent in the fruit that comes from it this year. I cut it off this morning, and I would probably use this to wave in the air if Jesus were coming down Main Street. Now, if he were coming down Main Street, our roads are pretty good, so I don't think we would need to lay down a coat or a blanket for him, but I bet we could find some hay close by and lay that down on the pavement to make it a little bit smoother of a ride, right? So, what would you wave? Maybe you have some kind of tree in your front yard, maybe you've got some hay handy or something like that, but if you have a chance today, I encourage you to go outside and just look around and see what is available that you might have at hand that you could use to wave and welcome Jesus if he were coming into your town or into your neighborhood today. And then you can use that to reread the gospel story with your family. So let's say a prayer and you can all repeat after me. Dear Jesus, we thank you.
We thank you
for coming into Jerusalem, and coming into our lives. Open our eyes to see. What we have close by. That we can use. To praise you. In your name we pray. Amen. Thank you so much. And now we'll have our reading.